The login screen is frozen, the news post turned to dust. The kingdom sleeps in silence, the gates are sealed with rust. No world chat in the corner, no footsteps in the square, just banners in the moonlight and ghosts of players there. Like a prayer I used to know, a patch full of broken links and memories moving slow. The launcher said connection failed, the forums lost their flame, but somewhere in the static I swear I heard my name. We were warriors, we were strangers, we were voices in the night. We were we were dreamers, holding torches to the light. Dead servers never die, they sleep beneath the static sky. No login, no reply, but I still hear the battle cry. Dead servers never die, their broken worlds refuse goodbye. The code may rot, the towers fall, but ghosts still gather. Dead servers never die. The auction house is empty, the tavern has no sound. 1,000 mounted heroes left standing all around. The bank still holds old armor, a sword I never sold, a useless quest from years ago, still waiting in the cold. I found our guild recruitment post with names I used to read. Some moved on to other worlds, some simply disappeared, but every raid and midnight laugh still echoes down the line, like footsteps through a server room that shut down before its time. Dead servers never die, they sleep beneath the static sky. No login, no reply, but I still hear the battle cry. Dead servers never die, their broken worlds refuse goodbye. The code may rot, the towers fall, but ghosts still gather when we call. Do you remember the first world boss? The wipe that took all night, the healer screaming, hold the line, the tank still trying to fight. Do you remember the winter event, the city dressed in snow, the friend who said I'll see you soon, then never came back home? The server lights are fading, but the memory stays online. Every name we ever typed is carved inside my mind. No patch can bring it back again, no backup can restore the world that lived between us when we needed something more. So raise a glass to empty zones, to guilds that lost their throne, to player homes and battlegrounds where no one fights alone. Raise a sword to grade out names, to friends we never met, to every world they closed on us that hasn't left us yet. Dead servers never die, they sleep beneath the static sky. No login, no One more time. The login screen is frozen. The world has said goodbye. But somewhere in the silence, dead servers never die. Schedule downtime, temporary pain. We'll be back shortly. Please log in again. Like a lie dressed up in white, a kingdom held behind a screen that flickered through the night. They said it was maintenance, they said it wouldn't last, but the countdown kept on changing and the future became the past. Refresh the page, reload the dream, read every word on a dead machine. One more hour, one more day, one more promise washed away. Maintenance mode, the kingdom closed. They said we'd wake again, but no one knows. Maintenance mode, the warning glows. A world we built together, left buried in the code. The forums filled with questions, the dev post turned to smoke. The launcher kept pretending while the player base broke. Our houses stood in silence, our markets froze in dust. The raid doors stayed half open like they were waiting there for us. The patch notes had no answers, the roadmap lost its road. Just a final line of comfort in a language growing cold. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your memories. Now leave them all behind. Refresh, reload, check again. Search the news, message friends. Ping the site, read the thread. Hope is sick, trust is dead. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Maybe the silence forgot how to speak. Maybe the server still breathes below. Maybe they're fixing what we used to know. Maintenance mode, the kingdom closed. They said we'd wake again, but no one knows. Maintenance mode, the warning glows. A world we built together, left buried in the code. I don't need compensation, I don't need coins or gold. I just need one more evening in the world we used to hold. One more walk through the city, one more laugh in the rain. One more stupid dungeon with the same old names. But the gates don't open, the lights don't change. The login keeps repeating like a break on strange. Connection failed. Connection failed. Connection failed. Essential downtime, temporary pain. We'll be back shortly. Please don't wait again. Your name is gray, but still it shines. Last login, 2009. Buried in a friends list, under names I barely know. A frozen face, a silent status from another life ago. We used to meet outside the city, by the bridge where banners flew. You always had the worst equipment, but somehow carried every crew. And I don't know where you went or who you grew to be, but some old part of who we were is still online to me. Last login, 2009, still waiting on that old front line. Your name is gray, but it still shines. Last login, 2009, we were young and out of time. The world moved on, the servers died, but you're still standing in my mind. You taught me where the rare mobs spawned. You showed me how to kite. We stayed up way past midnight, saying just one more tonight. You laughed when I fell through the map. You traded me your blade. You said don't worry, I'll be back. Then slowly disappeared away. The guild moved on, the forums closed, the screenshots sank where old files go. But in that list, you never aged, a username inside a cage. Last login, 2009, still waiting on that old front line. Your name is gray, but it still shines. Last login, 2009, we were young and out of time. The world moved on, the servers died, but you're still standing in my mind. Maybe you forgot the password. Maybe life became too loud. Maybe you found better places, far beyond that starting town. Maybe you still remember, maybe you don't at all. Maybe I'm the only one still hearing that old call. But if your screen never flickers, if that launcher ever wakes, there's a campfire by the river where I saved your place. 2009. I won't delete you from the line. Let's log in. 2009. Searching for players, one of 16. Blue light flickers on a dead match screen. No footsteps coming, no voices within, just the sound of waiting where the war should begin. The rockets in the air, the flags we bled to capture, the bodies everywhere. The scoreboard hangs in silence, the timer never starts. The map rotates forever through a graveyard full of hearts. I used to know the corners, I used to know the names. Now I walk the empty spawn room like a ghost inside the game. And the server keeps searching, but nobody comes. No rivals, no allies, no sound of the guns. Just one old soldier with nothing to win, singing alone to the lobby within. Sing the empty lobby hymn, where the lights are low and the match won't begin. We queued for war, but no one came. Just dust and ghosts inside the game. Sing the empty lobby hymn for the maps we lost and the nights we lived in. The battle died, but the echoes remain like old war drums in digital rain. The clan tags faded slowly, the voice chat lost its spark. The rank queue turned to silence and vanished in the dark. The loading tips still tell me to watch my flank and breathe, but there is no one hunting, no one left to leave. I fire once at nothing, just to hear the chamber cry. The bullet hits the far wall and the sound comes crawling by. Waiting for host, waiting for team, waiting for something that used to be. Searching region, searching mode, searching memory, searching home. Sing the empty lobby hymn, where the lights are low and the match won't begin. We queued for war, but no one came. Just dust and ghosts inside the game. Sing with my rifle at my side, in a world built for a battle where the warriors all die. Searching for players, one of 16. Blue light flickers on a dead match screen. The match never started, the lights growing dim. So I sing to the silence, the empty lobby hymn. changed worlds, some changed names, some never logged in again, some I still miss like old friends. But there, in that room with the boss at 10, we were all alive, we were young again. The boss enraged, the screen turned red, 2 healers down, half the raid dead. The guild lead whispered, not a shout, keep it clean, don't wipe now. My hands went cold, my vision blurred, no one breathed, no one stirred. 5%, then 3, then 2, then one voice cried, push through. One last pull, one last fight. The raid still lives inside that night. Stood beside the fire with your armor turned to gray. The world kept spinning onward, but you never moved away. No message in the chat box, no warning, no goodbye. Just your name above a body, underneath a frozen sky. Where the moonlight hit the stones. You said you'd only be a minute, then left us there alone. The raid group slowly scattered, the guild hall lost its sound. But every time I passed that campfire, you were still standing around. Your sword was on your shoulder, your cloak was in the rain. A statue made of pixels, holding someone else's pain. And I don't know if you forgot or if life outside just took the lot, but I kept checking every night for one small movement, one green light. AFK forever, standing by the flame. We waited through the weather, but you never came. AFK forever, your silence stayed the same. The world moved on without you, but we never cleared your name. Your quest stayed half completed, your mailbox overflowed. Your mount stood waiting patiently beside the empty road. We joked at first, then wondered, then stopped saying your name. Because hope can start to hurt you when it always ends the same. The seasons changed around you, the server lost its glow, but you remained untouched by time, where old friends used to go. Away from keyboard, away from war, away from everything we knew before. Away from laughter, away from light, away from one more dungeon night. AFK forever, standing by the flame. We waited through the weather, but you never came. AFK forever, your silence stayed the same. The world moved on without you, but we never cleared your name. If you came back now, would you know this place? Would you recognize a single face? The market is empty, the guild is gone, the city still lows, but the soul moved on. And maybe somewhere beyond this screen, you found a world we've never seen. But here you remain in the falling rain, a friend on pause inside the AFK forever, standing by the flame. We waited through the weather, but you never came. AFK forever, still we got your name. If the servers fall to silence, your fire stays the same. You stood beside the fire, with your armor turned to gray. I left a torch beside you before I walked away. No message in the chat box, no warning, no goodbye. Just your name above a memory that refuses to die. AFK forever, but never left behind. The banners still hang, but they don't move. The fire still burns in an empty room. The table is set, the chairs pulled wide, like everyone left, but never said goodbye. I walked through the doors after years away, past armor stands and trophies gray. The dragon's skull above the throne still watch the hall like a god of bone. There's dust on the steps where we used to meet, boot prints faded by the officer seats. A message board with the final plan: raid starts Friday, bring all you can. And I swear I heard laughter from somewhere upstairs, old voices rising through digital air. Every name on the roster, every joke, every fight came back like a torch in the dead of the night. In the guild hall ghosts, our banners still remain, names carved into silence like echoes in the rain. In the guild hall ghosts, we're gathered one more time. Though the world went dark around us, we still shine inside the shrine. The bank still holds old useless things, festival masks and broken rings. A sword somebody swore they need, a stack of potions left to bleed. We built this place from borrowed hours, from dungeon gold and monster powers, from late night plans and stupid schemes, from half-dead hope and shared dreams. The leader's chair is empty now, but I still remember every vow. No one gets left, no one fights alone. Those words still live inside the stone. Here's to the tank who always pulled too soon. Here's to the healer who carried the room. Here's to the rogue who stole the chest. Here's to the mage who argued best. Here's to the names that disappeared. Here's to the friends who still feel near. In the guild hall ghosts, our banners still remain, names carved into silence like echoes in the rain. In the guild hall ghosts, we're gathered burners still hang, but they don't move. The fire still burns in an empty room. I close the door, but I still know some halls stay haunted because we love them so. The message came at midnight in letters cold and white. Final day of service, one last server night. The city filled with strangers, old names returned in gold, like ghosts around a campfire, come back from the cold. Together, no scoreboards, no more fear. The healer found the tank again, the road gave back the gold. The mate still started arguments like we had not grown old. Someone played the old raid song outside the final gate. Someone asked for one more duel with 15 minutes left. 5 minutes left, no one moved. 4 minutes left, the whole world knew. 3 minutes left, we raised our blades. 2 minutes left, the sky turned gray. 1 minute left, the silence grew. Then every name became light blue. I typed goodbye, but erased the line. No words were big enough for borrowed time. So I stood with friends I never touched in a dying world that meant too much. And when the countdown reached its end, I heard 1,000 voices say, see you again. The screen went white, the towers fell, the login died, the server bell. But in my chest, the music stayed. Every road we ever made, every wipe, cheer, every laugh through every year, every name, every fight, burn like stars into the night. When the worlds went offline, we stood beneath the fading sign. The servers died, but not the light. We saved each other one last night. When the worlds went offline, no patch could turn back time. The gates closed down, the stars went blind, but we kept the fire inside. When the worlds went offline, we were young one final time, side by side at the end of days, watching pixels turn to flame. When the worlds went offline, I lost the world but not the signs, that every place we loved and lost still lives in those who paid the cost. The message stayed at midnight in letters cold and white. Service unavailable, thank you and good night. But somewhere past the static, where dead worlds learn to shine, we're still standing together